Softening in your child's pose. Feel the belly expand against your legs. Feel the forehead making contact with the earth here. Feel your body start to settle into this present moment. Maybe you are visually sort of watching the breath enter and leave through the nose. Soften whatever you can here. Just feeling very aware of the weight of your bones. The way the air feels on your skin. Allow the breath to deepen. Notice how you feel mentally, physically, emotionally. What's showing up with you today? We'll all take one deep breath in together, filling all the way up. Pause at the top, see if you can sip in just a little bit more. And then open the mouth, take a big exhale, set it free. One more just like that, deep inhale, slow. Pausing at the top to drink in just a little bit more. And exhale, letting it go. Let the breath return to normal. Maybe you have a clearer focus on what needs tending to here. What would you like to devote this practice, maybe this hour, this day? What is it that you need to send your focus to? Maybe it is something very specific, some piece of your body, very physical in this world, in this realm. Maybe it is something a little bit more metaphysical, sending your energy and love and compassion toward that of somebody else. Can you soften around the heart space to allow that to come forth? With your next few breaths, begin to slowly rock the hips side to side. You might even rock a little bit on the forehead, massaging into the third eye. Let the body be heavy and soft here. Begin to even out. Ironing out the thoughts. Gently begin to make your way back to stillness in the center. Take one more breath right here. Seal the lips on the exhale. Reach the palms toward the front edge of your mat. Spread the fingers wide and then glue the palms and all 10 fingertips to the mat. Arms are active. Shoulders plug into their sockets as you slowly begin to lift the shoulders up and over the wrists. Leaning the hips forward, let them come all the way to the floor. Bend the elbows, glue them into the sides of your ribs, lowering down into a low cobra. Chest still floating, shoulders rolling away from the ears. And then slowly let the whole belly come all the way down. Drag the fingertips back so that the elbows are like little wings reaching up and back. Feel the tops of the feet press into the earth. And then reach the fingertips, straighten the arms here as you lift through the chest, coming into a locust pose variation, rolling the shoulders up and back. The feet stay glued to the mat. Feeling the whole back body engage here. Take one more breath in. And exhale, slowly come down. We're gonna do 2 more of those with the breath. Feel free to lift your feet if you like. Inhale, lifting to float. Exhale to come down. One more, inhale. And exhale. Let's go ahead and curl those toes under as you bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Lift your way up to tabletop. Moving right into a little bit of cat and cow. Inhale to drop the belly. Lift the crown of the head and the tailbone. Exhale to tuck and round, really puffing into the upper back, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, dropping the belly. Exhale to round it out. Take the next 3 rounds on your own, maybe inviting some organic movement in. You do you. This awakening of the spine is always my favorite part of the beginning of the practice. It's where that conversation between my breath and my body starts to happen. Really leaving the head and the brain out of it. I'm able to tap a little deeper into what I need from this practice. And maybe that's happening for you too. Maybe there's another part that sort of resonates with you as kind of the opening of this conversation. Start to take your back and forth rocking motion with a little bit of a spinal wave. So the hips coming all the way back to the heels, and then tuck the tailbone, rounding into the upper back as you rock forward. Tip the tailbone up, drop the belly as you rock the hips back, maybe a little bend in the elbows. Cobra hood on the way forward, exhale to rock it back. Last one. We're gonna let the hips come all the way back to the heels here. Keep the toes tucked under and come to sit upright. So kind of stretching into the soles of the feet. Take a deep breath in, and at any point if you want to kind of untuck the toes, please feel free to do that. You can just kind of untuck them here, but try to stick it out as long as you can. Feeling the weight of the hips right on the heels, stacking the spine all the way up. Take the arms out wide on your breath in, all the way overhead. Exhale, elbows wide, cactus the arms. Try not to flare the ribs open. Awesome. Inhale, sweep the arms up again. Exhale, round, cactus. Awesome, one more just like that. Inhale, nice and soft. Cactus in the arms. This time we're gonna take the hands toward the back. See if you can interlace the fingers behind the hips. Now finding that arch of the back, maybe flaring open the ribs, a little back bend, opening the front of the body, breathe it in. And release, taking the hands forward, tap out the feet. Oh. Awesome. From here, we're gonna come on into our downward facing dog. Walk it out as you get there, bending into one knee and then the other. especially right after that really intense toe stretch. It might feel really nice to come to the tops of your feet one at a time, just kind of pressing into the tops of the toes. And then find your strong stance in your downward facing dog, bending the knees as much as you need to get length in the spine. Heels are heavy, hips are high, palms are grounded. Breathe in. Steady exhale out through the nose. Begin to tiptoe your feet all the way to the top of the mat, coming into our rag doll. Grab hold of opposite elbows, sway from side to side. Bending the knees as much as you like to really feel that spilling out action of the whole upper body coming out of the hips. You might even shake the head no, not a yes. Swaying side to side, feeling the weight transfer from one foot to the other. Release your fingertips to the earth. Heel toe the feet together. We'll take our 3 halfway lifts here. So on your breath in, fingertips come to your shins, draw the spine long. Feel those shoulder blades draw back and toward each other. Exhale, soften the knees and pull. 2 more. Inhale, lift to lengthen. Exhale. Last one, lengthening long through the spine like a turtle coming out of its shell, long through the neck. Exhale, fold, get your weight heavy in your heels, bend the knees, slowly come all the way up to stand. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the leg, and then take the arms out wide and up overhead. Awesome job. Keep the arms up overhead, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Feel the body stacking from the ground up. Notice if you have a body that likes to flare the ribs open. Mine is one of those, so I really have to be conscious about knitting the ribs in, lengthening the tailbone. Taking one more breath here in this really strong Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, palms land together right in front of the heart. Closing the eyes here. Bringing in any other particular mantra that you have today. Or using these breaths in and out to really hone in on that focus of what do I need? What is my body telling me today? Can I listen a little bit more? Perhaps you have begun your Ujjayi pranayama practice here. It's like constriction in the back of the throat. Sounds a little bit like the ocean. If we were together, we would be able to hear each other's breath. Gently release the arms down by your sides. Open your eyes. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, up overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, take it all the way down. Inhale, find that halfway lift, long in the spine, fingertips go to your shin. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank pose. Always have the option of lowering the knees here. In fact, why don't we all lower the knees just for this first one. Toes can stay tucked under, shifting the heart toward the front edge of your mat, lengthening through the tailbone. One last breath in here. Exhale, lower everything to the mat as you untuck the toes. Inhale, lifting into locust pose. Reach those arms back toward the heels. Roll the shoulders away from the heart. Exhale, hands to the shoulders, tuck the toes under, press the hips through table to downward facing dog. Take a full breath to be right here. Inhale high onto your toes, shifting your gaze toward your thumbs. Bend your knees and step or float both feet all the way to the top of your Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up to stand, really, really strong. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, hinging at the hips, fold forward. Lengthening the spine, breath full and in. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank pose. Your choice, knees up or down here. Exhale, lower everything as slow as you can to the mat. Inhale, locust pose, reach those arms back toward the feet. Exhale, hands underneath the shoulders, downward facing dog. Full breath to land all the way here. And let it go. Inhale the right leg to the sky, keeping the shoulders and the hips square to each other. Roll those right toes down toward the floor. Press into both palms, lengthen here, breathe it in. And exhale, shift forward, knee to nose, cheetah. Inhale, press it up and back. Exhale, we're gonna step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Breathe it in here, feeling that spine kind of ripple out long. Sweep the right arm up to the sky, coming into a little twist here with that right knee, opening up. Beautiful, see if you can press into that left arm a little bit more. And yeah, beautiful job, guys. One more inhale. Exhale, round that right arm up overhead. Bring it all the way back to the inside of that right foot. Right here, we're gonna step the left foot to the outside of the left hand into a high Malasana. So we want the hips to stay above the knees. Yeah, we're kind of like in a sumo squat. Take the arms out wide to the side. And we're gonna come into eagle arms here. So the right arm comes underneath the left, cross at the elbows. And it's possible to just wrap around here or wrap the arm all the way up. You might find that you're leaning forward some. Try to sit the hips down more, lifting through the chest. Awesome. Lift the elbows, reach the fingertips to the sky, inhale. And exhale, sweep the arms out wide, stand up tall. Exhale, hands to heart, step the feet together. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, let's swan dive it forward, arms wide, heart leads. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, left leg steps back. Keep the left heel floating and both legs straight, hips are level. So we're looking at a pyramid variation here. We're gonna try to start opening up that right hamstring. So both legs, we're looking to go straight. However, if you need to bend at all, please feel free. We're gonna take a little bit of movement here. So with your breath in, see if you can lengthen the spine, draw the right hip back. On your exhale, bend the left knee. So you're rocking the hips back. It's very simple, it kind of feels awkward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, stretch both legs. Yes, exhale, bending into the left knee. Beautiful, inhale, rock it up. Exhale, last one here. And as you rock it up, walk the fingertips forward, step the left foot back, and step it all the way back to plank pose. As you take your flow here, lower down, you might feel ready to jump into some chaturanga here or come all the way to the earth. Inhale, you can still take that locust variation or upward facing dog. Exhale, hands underneath the shoulders, downward facing dog. Breathe it in, lengthen through the spine. Open the mouth, let that whole side go. Inhale as we sweep the left leg to the sky, press out through the left heel. And exhale, shift forward into your cheetah pose. Shoulders move up and over the wrists. Inhale, press it up and back. Exhale, step that left foot to the outside of the left knee. And as you open here, think about a flower kind of unfurling, rolling that left arm to the sky. Letting that right hip sink just a little bit more. Draw the belly in as you shine the heart. And again, press into that right hand so that you're not dipping into that right shoulder. Nice job, Emily. You guys look awesome. One more breath in here. And then round it out on your exhale. Placing that left hand back inside of the left foot. Step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Coming up into that sumo squat. Whew. Yeah, feeling the legs a little burn. Take the arms out wide. This time the right arm comes underneath. Try to take the dip out of your back if you're kind of doing this thing where you're arching and flaring the ribs. See if you can drop the hips down. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Last breath in. And out. Straighten it up. Sweep the arms out wide. Let it all hang out. Hands to heart center. Step the feet together. Inhale, reach the arms forward now. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Lengthening the spine with your breath in. And exhale, the right foot stepping back, finding that pyramid stretch here. So the right heel is lifted in this variation. Beautiful job. And your hands might even be on blocks here to give you a little bit more space. And then when you're ready, we'll take that with the breath. Your inhale finds length in the spine. Your exhale bends into that right knee. Inhale to lengthen both legs, lengthen the spine. Exhale to bend into that back. Good, one more. Inhale. And exhale. As you come forward, you're going to step that right foot a little further back so that you can plant the hands, stepping into your plank pose. Taking your flow, lowering your weight. Opening the heart on your breath in. Maybe you're doing locust. Maybe you've got that upward facing dog. Exhale, hands back toward your shoulders. Downward facing dog. Take a full body breath in here. Open the mouth, let it all go. Do that again. This time on your exhale, stick out your tongue. Breathe it in. Exhale, lion's breath. One more time, just like that. Breathe it in. Lion's breath, roar. Inhale high onto the toes. Bend the knees and step or float your feet all the way up. Lengthen the spine on your inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Staying so strong. Exhale, sink the hips down, chair pose. Beautiful. Making sure that all 10 toes are going in the same direction. That you can see your toes. Feel the ribs knit in toward each other and toward the front hip points. Awesome job. Take another breath in, stand tall. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, take the right leg to the sky. Exhale, let's bend that knee and open the hip here. Roll out the ankle, roll off the knee. We're going to start to exhale, shift forward. Step that right foot in between the hands. We're setting up for warrior one. So spin that back heel down about 45 degrees. Come all the way up to stand. Relaxing your shoulders away from your ears here. Notice if you're carrying tension here. Maybe take the hands back there, just get a little
Little tap to remind them that they can soften. And right here, we are going to come into that eagle arm again. So for the eagle wrap, this time the left arm comes underneath. Breathe it in, maybe take a deep lift through the fingertips. And on your exhale, take a bow, bring your fingertips toward the earth. Good, take that with your breath. Inhale, sweep it all the way up. And exhale, bow it down. One more time, inhale. And exhale. And as you release the grip, bring your fingertips outside of your right foot. And then we're actually going to walk around to that long side of your mat toward the left, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. See if you can find a halfway lift here. Maybe you've got your hands on blocks or you're lifted by your fingertips. Notice where you're shifting all of your weight into your feet and see if you can really feel the arches magnetically drawn toward each other. Feel that rise all the way up the legs. And then let your next exhale keep all of that integrity in the legs and in your foundation as you walk the fingertips between the legs, letting the head hang heavy. One more breath here. Let it soften all of you. Walk the hands back underneath your shoulders. And let's walk toward the back of the mat here. We're going to take a low lunge. So drop the right knee to the mat. Inhale to take the arms up overhead. Drawing that left hip into its socket so that your hips can stay really level here. Slowly start to shift the hips forward, deepening into this low lunge. Maybe you add a little back bend here. Breathe into this space. Maybe even exhaling as you widen the elbows into a cactus. Nice job with your breath in. We're going to rock the hips back, find half split. Roll the left toes to the sky, fingertips reach toward the floor. Breathe in here. Let it go. As you release, we're just going to come into that wide-legged fold, making our way back toward the front of the mat. So just let this be kind of an easy transition, really soft and slow. Framing that right foot at the front of your mat. Sweep that right leg all the way up and back, finding three-legged dog. Bend that knee, open the hip. Option to drop it over if wild thing is your thing. Let that slow transition start to make your way back to center plank. Lowering your way, chaturanga, or all the way down for locust. Opening the heart however you like. And exhale to your downward facing dog. Breathe it in. Let it go. Inhale, left leg high. Again, pressing out through the heel into both palms. And then let's bend that knee, open the hip, both palms still actively pressing into the earth. Rolling the ankle, rolling the knee around. I guess it's more the hip we're moving into here. And then let that slow transition. Step the left foot all the way to the top of the mat. Spin the back heel down, finding warrior one on this side. Awesome job here again. Really letting that right hip press forward, left hip press back. Relaxing the shoulders. And coming into our eagle arms, this time the right arm comes underneath the left. Breathing in here. You guys are doing so good. I'm loving being able to see you so much better. I have my computer right over here. So then we're going to take that dip here with your breath in, lift. And exhale, take your bow, fingertips drop all the way to the floor. Try to reach out on your way down. Inhale, full breath to come up. Exhale, slowly reaching out to come down. Inhale, come up. Just one more here. Really feel that activation of the right heel dragging itself into the earth. Releasing the fingers. And coming all the way to our wide-legged stance on this side. Inhale, lift to lengthen here. And see if you can float the fingertips out wide. Feel those shoulder blades drawing toward each other. Lengthen through the tailbone, draw the belly button to the spine, and see if you can feel more space in the heart space. And exhale, take a bind. Any bind here, hands can come outside your ankles. You can even grab your hands behind your hips and let a nice shoulder stretch come in here. Whichever one you choose, let the head be soft, let it be heavy. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Take one more breath here. And release your fingers if you have any bind to the earth. Walk it toward the back of your mat, coming to that low lunge here. So lowering the left knee. Inhale to reach. Maybe you take that little back bend as you shine the heart. Both hips rocking forward. And exhale, coming into your half split. Roll your right toes to the sky. Your right foot stays exactly where it is, but the energy of it is pressing all the way up into that right hip. Nice job. As we travel forward to make our way back to the front of the mat, I'm going to just take whatever you want, but I'm going to offer this kind of deeper hip transition of coming into side lunge into a Sandasana and trying to travel to the front with your hips really low. And coming all the way around, stepping into your plank, taking your flow. Meeting your downward facing dog. Breathe it in. Open the mouth, big exhale. 2 more just like that. Maybe giving that lion's breath another shot. Inhale through the nose. Stick out your tongue, let it go. Inhale. Lion's roar. Walk the hands on back to your feet. Nice and slow. Coming into gorilla here. So make sure your feet are about hip distance apart. Slide your hands underneath your feet so that the toes can give the wrists a nice massage here. Bend the knees as much as you need to really feel some space in the low back. And then bend the elbows out to the side. Draw the crown of the head down toward the earth. And even here, before you even think about straightening the legs, roll the shoulders into the socket. So there's this lots of space in the neck. Take a little bit of a nod, yes and no here. And if you want to mess with those hamstrings anymore, feel free to try to start lifting the hips a little higher, keeping the belly glued to the thighs. 3 more breaths wherever you want to be here. And begin to release. Take a little rag doll here if you like. Maybe just letting the fingertips walk you around side to side. And now we're coming to a little bit of balance action. So take your left hand to your left hip. Feel that action drawing the shoulder back. Right peace fingers to your right big toe. Think about lengthening the spine here. So you almost want to have a flat back, so bend your knees as much as you need to. And then you're going to shift the weight into the left foot. As you slowly come up to stand, try to bring that right foot with you. Awesome job. We're going to set up tree pose here. Take that foot wherever you like. Inside the thigh, down by the calf. Any variation with the arms here, palms together right in front of your heart. I will also offer a self-hug here. Feeling that standing leg really rooting down to the earth. Lengthen through the tailbone. See if you can lift the ears a little taller. Straightening the spine. Breathe it in. Trees blowing in the wind. And as you release, let go of whatever shape you have your arms in. Hug that right knee into your chest. And as you bring it down, we're coming all the way down. So standing leg starts to bend. Right foot meets the floor, chair pose. One steady breath in. And exhale, take a bow. Inhale, lift to lengthen. Exhale to bow. Nod the head yes or no here. Setting up for the second side. Right hand comes to the right hip. Left peace fingers to the left big toe. Really feeling those shoulders drawing together in the back. And then when you feel ready, shift that weight into the right foot. Slowly rise. Bring that left foot with you. Awesome job, y'all. And set up for your tree pose. Taking your bind if you like. Really feel that breath grounding all the way down to that right heel, the right big toe. And then with your inhale, watch it rise up the leg, filling the heart, filling the back of the heart. And exhale, drawing it all the way down. As you slowly release, try to take that controlled hug of the left knee to your chest. And then that slow descent to chair pose. Hands to heart. Breathe in. And exhale, take a bow. Bending into the knees, walk it all the way out to plank pose. Exhale, lower down as slow as you can. Untuck those toes, your choice here. Locust pose, upward dog, cobra. Exhale, releasing. Press the hips back to the heels, child's pose. Feel the weight of your hips really pressing down toward the heels. Sometimes during this time of COVID where we can't get that awesome assist from our teacher, what I found really helps is using the palms, like walk them back, feel that anchoring, round the back a little deeper and the hips get a little heavier. It's not the same, but it definitely adds a little bit more nurturing here. Steadying yourself into this time and space, into the present moment. What might be showing up here? What might be needing that tended garden? And gently begin to lift your way up into tabletop. Take one round of cat and cow here, really, really slow, really, really gentle. We're gonna thread the needle here. Inhale, right arm sweeps up to the sky. Exhale, rounding it down, reaching it between the eye of the needle, right shoulder, right ear, come to the mat. Many variations to play with here. Since we're already pretty warm, you might want to play with the balance action here. Taking that left arm up and back. You might start to extend that left foot up into the air. Maybe you bend into that foot or the knee, grabbing the foot with your hand, getting a little quad stretch here. And if you roll out, that's totally fine. You're just playing around. Maybe you try to kick the foot into the air, getting a little hip flexor stretch. Awesome. Wherever you are, begin to release. Whoops. Both hands to the earth as you inhale, sweep the right arm up. Take a big round into that arm. Maybe a couple of circles. And placing both hands back down, we'll take one round of cat and cow here, just to reground ourselves here. Moving over to the left side. Inhale, sweep that left arm all the way up. Exhale, round it in, threading the needle through. Taking your variation. Maybe the right arm tips back into that left hip pocket. Maybe you're playing with the bind. Use your breath to steady here and really press into the back of that left hand. I know, it's kind of fun to fall out of it because you're already rolling a little. Yeah, try it again. Give it a little bit of just pressing the back of the left hand in to round yourself over, sort of sending a little bit of the weight there. Yep. Yep. Awesome job, y'all. Take one more breath where you are and slowly begin to release. And come on down. Pressing that right hand in, open the left arm up. And take those big sweeping circles. Making your way back down, we'll do one last little shoulder opener here. Walk the hands toward the front of the mat. Melt the heart down, coming into your puppy pose. Maybe the forehead comes to the earth. Maybe you're feeling open and you want to drop the heart, letting your chin come to the mat. Wherever you are, try to let it be a little softer than before. Each breath. And to release, gently roll the hips all the way to the earth. Coming all the way down onto your belly, making a little pillow for your forehead with your hands. Bend the knees, windshield wiper the legs. From here, we're gonna make our way onto our back. Just lifting your weight up and coming on down. Letting the knees be drawn to the chest. Wrap your arms around the front of your shins and clasp your fingers. So here we're looking at the shoulders, the spine, and the hips all really relaxed down to the mat, and clasping your hands around the front of your knees to squeeze the knees closer. Take a deep breath in, and then draw the knees toward the heart. This is a kind of an internal rotation. Might feel a little different. Try to take one more breath there. And then release the feet to the mat. Coming into bridge pose. Let the palms come down by the hips. Dig the heels, the balls of the feet in. It might help to lift the toes here. I find that helps me to really activate into the hamstrings and the glutes more. So feel that activation, glutes, hamstrings, as the tailbone starts to lift, and then slowly roll it. Pause at the top for 3 breaths, nice and steady, in and out through your nose. Can you allow this softness to come over your face and in the front of your chest and your shoulders? Next exhale, slowly come on down one vertebrae at a time. Again, as you inhale, lifting the hips. You can do what we just did, or if you'd like to kind of roll to the top of your shoulders, clasping the hands behind your hips. Feel free. Again, feeling soft in the chest, soft in the throat. Last breath in. And as you release, let the hips be the last thing to land. We've got one more round here. If you want to take either one of those, you're welcome, or you can move into wheel pose, taking the arms up over your shoulders, fingertips hanging back toward the heels. When you're ready, we'll all begin to lift on that next breath in, lifting the hips, pressing into the palms. And if you're taking it upside down, really think about pressing the chest through the shoulders, so the chest toward probably the screen, so the front of your mat. And slowly begin to come on down. Let the spine know stillness for just a moment. Feeling the hips, the spine, and the shoulders anchoring to the mat. Begin to draw the right knee into the chest. And release the right foot back to the mat. Draw the left knee into your chest. And as you release, now we're going to come into happy baby. Open the soles of the feet to the sky. Letting the knees draw down toward the sides, the outsides of your ribs. Maybe there's some rocking action happening side to side. Maybe you're feeling length in the hamstrings and you want to play with straightening your legs. If you want to try to straighten both legs at once, I like to bring my hands to the inside arch of my feet. Drawing the heels out rather than up. Whether you're playing with your movement here or stretching or feeling that soft grounding, take 3 more breaths right here. Nowhere else to be. Begin to close the feet, keeping the knees out wide, coming into a reclined Supta Baddha Konasana. The feet come down to the mat. As you soften here into this shape, let the arms come out to the sides. Maybe they even come up overhead to give you a more length on the sides of your body. Maybe you need a little bit more contact, taking your hands somewhere on your body. One hand to your belly, one to your heart. Let yourself be here. Let the breath be the only thing you're thinking about. Feel the breath pressing out, expanding the belly, and the breath collapsing the belly as it leads you. Take about 2 to 3 more rounds of breath here. Let them be as big or as short as you like. Begin to slide the hands down the body, down the legs, and then close the legs like a book. Just one moment here, feeling the back of the sacrum firmly rooted into the earth. And then we'll move into yogi's choice before we take our twist. So I'll offer plow or shoulder stand. If there's something else you would like to play with, please feel free. Sending the heels up to the sky, maybe just taking waterfall. If you'd like to come into plow, press the palms in. Draw the feet up over the head. Using the hands at the small of the back to give you a little bit more support. Maybe the toes reach the earth. Maybe you're sending the toes to the sky in a shoulder stand. Maybe you're somewhere in between and you're just kind of letting the feet float in the air. That is also always welcome. As you slowly begin to make your way back to the mat. Let the feet meet the floor, the knees stay bent. Heel toe the feet as wide as the mat, arms come out into a T shape. Just begin letting the knees rock side to side. And eventually letting them fall over to the left. Your legs, if your feet were really as wide as the mat, you might be able to place that left foot on top of the right foot, just getting a little extra sensation here. Though if you do it and it brings some sensation that you're not into, just
leave it alone. Take a big breath in whatever twist you find yourself in. Feel that belly build up and release. Letting the knees swivel back to the center, a little bit back and forth. And then they'll fall over to the right. Again, same option here. Maybe you take that right foot to place it on top of the left knee, getting a little IT band action all the way up the hip. Take that big belly breath, send it all the way down to the bowl of your pelvis. And release. Beginning to draw the knees back to center. Any last little bit of adjustment you need on your way to Shavasana. Otherwise, just let the legs come down nice and long. Maybe you have a prop or a bolster or blanket you'd like to place under your knees. Make yourself as comfortable as you can here. Allow the palms to fold open toward the sky. Allow the feet to fold open and away from each other. Let the head gently rock side to side, letting the neck find its own traction. And the neck feeling long. The chest soft. The belly rise and falls with your own natural breath. The rhythm of your own body. Take one last big inhale here. Open the mouth, big sigh to release it all. And you find more and more of your skin melting heavy into the mat. Can you notice the front of your shoulders softening here? Can you let yourself just be? Begin to deepen your breath. Begin to take a bend to your knees. Stretch the arms up overhead. Roll the wrists around. And then reach your fingertips up toward the sky here. Last self-hug, letting those arms drape around you. Taking a breath full and deep. And gently letting those knees start to rock side to side. Curling yourself up onto your favorite side. Maybe opening the arms out to support yourself better. And then lift your way up into a nice tall seat. Pausing here in that moment of sweet grace and gratitude, gathering the palms together in front of your heart. We'll end class today with one Om together. Feel free to speak aloud or just listen to the sound of my voice. Go ahead and open your mouth, sigh everything away. Inhale for Om. Bow your chin to your chest. Honoring that light deep within. The very same light that is in you is also in me and every other living being. May it continue to bless and multiply all that we have, all that we give, all that we receive. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you so much, ladies.